Good afternoon, everybody. This is June 11th. So this is video number 10, I believe. Crazy how many we've made, but I hope you've enjoyed them, and I hope they've been informative for you. So I want to start today's video with a report from the regional district. A young lady by the name of Laurie Duchek is our communications officer at the regional district, and she's on top of all of the different things that happen at the regional district. And for instance, the regional district declared on Tuesday evening a state of a local emergency for Windermere and Fairmont for flooding reasons. For the creeks are overflowing, and some of the homes are in danger. If you remember, a couple of years ago, the Fairmont Creek came down and washed up some of the Fairmont properties as well as the golf course. So those two are in a state of local emergency, and they're watching those closely and working with the government to get authority to go into the creeks with the backhoes and clean them out so that we don't happen what did last year when we lost lots of the banks. Also, in her report, she gave a COVID report from Dr. Bonnie Henry for June 9th, and I'll just give you a quick, brief rundown. Total confirmed cases since January 2006, 9. Active cases in BC, 183. New cases since January 8th, 10. Hospitalization cases, 16. Intensive care, 4. COVID-related deaths, 166. No new deaths since Friday. Recovered, 2,319. 4 long-term care facilities were affected. And ongoing community outbreaks and no new ones. So that's good. So there are no new cases in interior health. And interior health is right through the Okanagan, up north, and down as far as the Suyas and then across to us. So no new cases in interior health. So good news. Really good news. I think I listened to Dr. Bonnie Henry a couple of days ago, and she stated that there was a group together, and there was a group of 30 socializing, and 15 of those 30 ended up with a confirmed case of COVID. So be careful. It's your responsibility to look after yourself, as we've said all along. And so it's great to be out with friends, but do it carefully. Okay, so now back to my report for the district. So the office, as you know, is open. Community center and the visitor center are open. We are in our phase 2 of our reopening plan. The district office has been busy with citizens paying taxes. A reminder that your taxes and utilities are due July 2nd. Call or come and see us. We stress the importance of following the signage and direction of staff when you're visiting the district facilities. You will see that some of the summer leisure programming is coming out soon. I know Mom and Me started the other day. I think that's great. I don't know how large the group was, but that's exciting to hear. So check out our programming on Facebook pages. I know we have summer students that are raring to go to do some of the work with the young people, so check it out. Our staff are also busy working on plans for the reopening of the aquatic center and other facilities. We're still some steps to go through for that, and we want to make sure that we do it right so we don't have to close it. We're also working on a date for opening the Devonian washroom for the public, and I know that it's a pain when you go down to the playground and there's nowhere to go to the bathroom, but unfortunately, a few months back we had that facility vandalized for, I think, the 3rd time. They kicked in the doors bad enough that all of the electronics in the doors that have helped to open it up for the handicap side of it have been damaged, and so we're waiting for new controls to come in and part of the door to come in. And so until we get that, we can't open it. So unfortunately, that is the way it is. So I don't know what you can do about that. So if you see vandalism, I'm asking you to come and talk to us. We need help. We're spending money on maintenance on facilities that we don't need to be. We could be spending that money on other things for our community. more playground stuff or anything, but when we have to spend tax dollars, it's your dollars that we're spending to repair facilities. So if I've instructed staff that I want them to put video cameras on that facility, legal or not, I really would like to see it done. And if we can get pictures of these people who are damaged in that facility for the third time, I'm done with them. I'm tired of them. It's time that we deal with them. So hopefully we can catch them sooner than later. Okay, and the next item is the council meeting of June 8th. So the major discussion on council on June 8th was council awarded the paving program contract to BA Blacktalk from Cranbrook for Middletown, as I call it. This project includes Alpine Drive, Ash Crescent, parts of Bomber Drive, parts of Alpine Way, and Corbin Drive will be done as well as part of last year's project because the sewer had problems in that stretch of the road in downtown core, and so they fixed those sewer problems, so now we can pave that this year while the company is here. So that's just part of last year's program. Exciting thing is that we're not going to add sidewalks on the Alpine Drive, Alpine Way. There's not a lot of room and there's lots of steep slopes, but we are going to pave what I call a loop around. So Alpine Way back to Alpine Drive, and then Ash Crescent. So we'll go from the bottom of the windy hill up around and then back down and tie into Alpine Way, and then from the bottom of Alpine Drive down by Rockhards up to the Lamplighter pub. That corner will be all paved, and then Bomber Drive down from the Lamplighter down to the highway. We're going to narrow that strip up. We're going to make it take 3 lanes of the 4 that are there now and make it 2 wide lanes, and the outside lane along the bank will be moved over, and we'll have the ability, and we'll repave that as a trail, and we'll have the ability to have a trail that will run all the way from the bottom of Alpine here by Rockhards all the way up the hill to the corner at the pub, and then down all the way down the hill to the highway to make the last parts of our loop trail. It won't complete the trail because we still have this section from the bottom of Alpine to the four corners where the flashing light is by the clinic. That will be completed, I hope, in the next couple of years. We're looking at redesigning the intersection by the post office, realigning that, and because there will be a seniors living facility on that corner now by the clinic, they'll have to have street crossings and sidewalks, and so all of that will come into plan, and that's in the planning stages now, and hopefully that'll be ready to go in 2 years. Next year's plan for paving is Middletown again, and that's the cross sections that we will leave out this year, and then there's some work up top as well that has to be done up by the high school. So the sidewalks will be any, as I said, any place that has cement sidewalk right now on Alpine Drive, Alpine Way, sorry, will be renewed and widened, and any paved part of the walkways will be repaved and widened as well, so you can actually walk 3 or 4 strollers side by side if you like, when we're allowed to do that. So that'll be nice for people and friends and family to walk and be able to actually stand side by side and talk. So, and it'll make it much easier for us to plow in the winter. We can run a truck up there, or a loader, or whatever, or our sidewalk cleaner, whatever works best. It's exciting because it'll take us right down to the highway now, and we've been trying to finish this trail for quite a while, and so we'll get it done, I hope. So what we have to wait for now, we have the financing in place with the Municipal Finance Authority, and they're with to go ahead with our loan. So the next step is we have to take it to the regional district meeting on Thursday, Friday, the 3rd and 4th, I believe it is, And if that gets passed by the board of directors of the regional district to support us on the loan, then we will start the project, hopefully, on the 4th, I'm going to say. I don't think it'll happen, but sooner than later, we'll start the project. And it's going to be a long project, so you'll have to bear with us. And it's probably going to be a month to do all of this. So bear with us, and at the end of the day, you'll have some nice streets and some nice curbs and gutters up in the subdivision up above us here in the middle town. Also, on the 2019 annual report, we're going to have an annual general meeting on July 13th. We're not sure where we'll do that yet or how we'll do that. The purpose of the meeting is to approve the 2019 annual report. So we've done that every year, but we never really had a public meeting. We just had it in council chambers, and if you wanted to come, you come. I guess if we find that there's enough interest, we'll maybe open it up to the public and go into the community hall or the tech hall or something like that. But we're working on details for that now, and it's not till the 13th of July. So you'll know long enough in advance that you can visit and join if you'd like. Now, my part. So the district is in the process of making an effort to clean up our community. I don't know if you've driven around or walked around, but some of these properties are disgusting. So if you have an unsightly property, please clean it up. Now, unsightly to you may not be unsightly as I may think it is, so that's the beauty of the eyes of the beholder, I guess. But if you got more junk in your yard than you need, you should get rid of it. So we will be giving out a friendly reminder letter asking you to clean up your property with a date to be cleaned up by. So that's your pre-warning. And if you're not successful in cleaning up by the date that the letter is suggested, the nice letter, then the next letter will not be so nice, and it won't be a request. It'll be an order to clean up, and there'll be a date on that. You'll be given a date to clean up by that date. And if you don't clean up by that date, then the district has the authority to come onto your property and remove everything that we think is junk and take it away at your expense. So we really don't want to do that, but it's at the point now, and it's taken us 49 years to get where we are, and I'm disgusted with some of the areas. I really am. So please do your best to help us out and clean it up, and we'll get there eventually. Like I said, 49 years to get there. We're not going to get it done next week, but we're trying to work at it. So do your best. If you have material stored off of your property line and in greenbelt space, district land, you need to remove it. You need to get it onto your own property. The district has the authority and the right to come and remove anything that is on greenbelt land that belongs to the district without warning to the owner. We wouldn't do that. We would certainly let you know we were coming to do it if we were going to do it. But to save all that hassle, if it's on greenbelt space, get it off of there. Greenbelt space is to be used by the district for snow removal and snow piling and for people to enjoy. So, tip of the day. I guess this is the tip of the day for now. I know there's an old saying that one man's junk is another man's treasures. I've heard it many, many, many times in my life. However, our bylaw does not allow you to store another man's treasure on your property. So, get rid of it. It would be great if you can clean up before we get to the nice letter stage even. And the last thing I guess is, this is the best tip of all, if you're growing dandelions to make wine, great idea. Great way to get rid of dandelions. If you're not, it's good to know the district does not have a bylaw that says you cannot get rid of dandelions. We don't make those bylaws. So if you want to get rid of them, right on. Would save your arguments with your neighbors because your stuff blowing into their yard. Anyway, that's it. Tip for the day is done. Have a great week. Looks like some sunshine until Saturday and then storms again. So enjoy the sun while you can. Bye for now. Thanks.